What is up, you guys? Super exciting video for you today. A lot of you wanted me to take a look at this, so that is exactly what I did. I thoroughly ran over the MacRumours website because that is the website I normally take a look at when we are talking about Apple leaks and Apple rumors. I think I have enough information to talk to you guys about the Apple VR and AR headset. And this is really exciting for a number of reasons. So let's talk about the first reason. Love or hate Apple, personally I'm not a very big fan, but they normally tend to be in front of everyone. What do I mean by that? They tend to take the leap. They tend to take the leap that other companies don't. And when they do it right, like they did with the iPhone. Nobody wanted it, no one was looking for it, nobody even cared for a touchscreen phone back in the day, but they did it. And that's when people realized they needed it. They tend to make something that people don't want, and then they realize they need, because they know what people want. Do you get what I mean? Not only that, but when Apple does something, usually the industry follows. Now, the same thing happened with the phone, same thing happened with the headphone jack, same thing happened with a lot of different things. And what does that tell us? Well, that tells us that if Apple gets into VR and AR, a lot of popular companies will follow. And usually if Apple does it correctly, they will set a bar. They will set a standard that other companies will try to cross, which is very good because Apple as a company usually does things beautifully and they do it correctly. Sure, they do it for an insane price that I totally don't agree with, but other companies will pass that bar and make the price lower. Now, while I was reading the website, a lot of really interesting rumors and leaks came out. First of all, the fact that Apple has been working on a AR and VR headset for the past 10 years. They have had divisions in their company secretly working on these things in the background. And of course, it has been secret, but they did file for a number of patents. And if we take a look at the website here, a lot of these are just kind of like meh, but the one I personally really find interesting is this one. It's a fourth patent from 2008. It covered a video headset frame similar to Google Glass, which would allow a user to slide their iPhone or iPod into the headset to provide video. Now, the thing is, this thing is extremely, extremely slim, and it does look like just your standard glasses. So what I'm thinking is all these patents, because up here there's another patent in 2008 that looks a little more like a VR headset. If you slide up, this one is just slightly weird. It's a head-mounted display system with a laser engine to provide images on clear glass on both worn eyes. So that's pretty interesting. And up here there's just another VR headset. So all of those super interesting, but again, prove to us that even in 2008, Apple was thinking about this, which is absolutely insane. Scrolling up, in iOS 14, which just got released, there was a bunch of leaks, code and images found in iOS 14 that confirm that Apple is working on an AR and VR headset. For example, there's an image of a little controller, similar to kind of, you know what the CV1 had to kind of control volume and things like that? That's what that looks like. Another similar image of a ball and bowling. So that kind of tells me that maybe they want the controller to do bowling. Really, really cool. Again, those leaks are from iOS 14, which just came out. So that proves we're getting closer and closer if they're already implementing these things into iOS 14. Now, another thing that kind of jumped out at me while I was reading the article is the fact that a lot of people think that it is going to be sold as an accessory to the iPhone. What does that mean? Well, that means it is going to be powered by the iPhone. And that can be both looked at as a good thing and a bad thing, because that means you obviously can't do anything with it without the iPhone unless they give it limited functionality without the phone and then give it more functionality when the phone is nearby. But it can also be looked as a very good thing. And this is kind of the way I personally look at it, because you're going to have your phone on you most of the time anyway. So the way I'm looking at it is, because it is powered by the iPhone, less technology is required in the glasses themselves, therefore making them super lightweight and super compact. And that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from kind of the perspective of, damn, this is really good, rather than, oh, I won't be able to use this without my phone, because I have my phone on me usually anyway, and I do have a secondary iPhone, so I could personally be buying this and using it. So yeah, I'm kind of looking at it as more of a good than a bad thing. You guys tell me what you think down in the comment section below. Which one would you like? What would you like? Would you prefer it to be an accessory, or would you prefer it to be a standalone device? Now, do keep in mind that we don't fully have the tech there yet to make it a standalone device and make it very super lightweight. So yeah, do keep that in mind when you're putting down your comment, because I'm really interested to see what you guys think. That's why I kind of like doing these talk show kind of things where I just straight up talk to you guys, because I feel like I'm interacting with you. But yeah, no, definitely really interesting there. Again, that is an AR headset. Another thing that was said on the website is they're planning on making kind of virtual meeting rooms and things like that, which would be really, really cool. But I'm thinking, if it is so small and super lightweight, because what they were saying on the website is you could have the glasses just like this, very similar to this, and have the display over the glass just like so, and have it display over your glasses. So yeah, the website says it would cost around $4.99. That's what they're thinking, and the prescription lenses would be added as an additional cost. And that's really cool, by the way, because that's something Google Glass, I believe, didn't do. So you can actually get prescription lenses in this, which would be great for me personally, because I cannot see without this. I am blind. Well, not really, I'm short-sighted, but you get what I mean. So that is kind of what stopped me from getting the Google Glass. I was this close to buying the Google Glass when it released. So this is really, really cool. Now, going back to the VR and AR thing, I'm not sure how they would achieve VR on such a small scale, how they would block out all incoming light, because that's what AR is. AR allows the light around you to still come into the headset while showing images over that incoming light. So that's AR. So basically you can still see the world around you, and you're seeing the images and video over the world around you. So that's really cool. Personally, I'm super excited for that, by the way, especially with the new Snapdragon processor. But with Apple releasing their own silicon, it makes me think, will this also have their own silicon? As for the operating system running on this thing, they think it will be based off iOS, the operating system for the iPhone, of course, because it's going to be powered by the iPhone, but it's going to be customized, sort of like the Apple Watch. So they think it's going to be called ROS, Reality OS, which according to me is really cool, by the way. But yeah, again, we have no leaks to show what the operating system might look like, but I'm assuming it's Apple, so they're probably just going to pioneer it, make it look as beautiful, as simplistic as possible. So I'm super, super excited for that. Yeah, no, the silicon is definitely going to be really interesting, because I want to know what they're going to power it with, because even though it's getting powered by the phone, it still needs to have some sort of processor of its own. Plus, as I said earlier, I would personally like it to have some sort of standalone functionality, even just show the time, or yeah, now that I'm thinking about that, I'm not really sure how much it would be able to do without internet access. So you'd need to be able to put a SIM card into it to have any sort of standalone functionality, and that would make it even bulkier again. So maybe at least the standalone functionality they could give it is maybe just give it the option to show time, even just that. I mean, again, without a SIM card, without network access, you're going to be very limited as to what these things could be doing standalone. And if they do put a SIM card into it, it's going to make it bulky. And I don't know about you guys, but all the current headsets out there that are like super bulky around the ears here, putting all the tech right here, I don't really like that. I don't think they are very comfortable. They don't look very comfortable. So I would personally prefer them not doing that, if you know what I mean. But we will live, we will see. Okay, so now that we have the super lightweight and kind of really nice glasses-like system out of the way, let's talk about the super powerful system, because that was also a rumor that was in the works. Now, I don't want to get anything wrong, so I'm going to open up the website here. So, along with the augmented reality glasses of some sort, Apple has also been rumored to be working on an incredibly powerful AR and VR headset that is quite like nothing else on the market. It is said to feature an 8K display for each eye that would be untethered from either a computer or a smartphone, and it would work with both virtual and augmented reality applications. Rather than relying on a connection to a smartphone or a computer, the headset would be connected to like a super powerful box, a dedicated box, using a high-speed short-range technology called 60 gigahertz Wigig? Wigig? W-I-G-I-G. I don't know. The box would be powered by a custom 5nm Apple processor that's more powerful than anything currently available. The box apparently resembles a computer PC tower, but it wouldn't be an actual Mac. To use the headset, users would need special cameras, kind of like the CV one, you guys remember that? In a room to detect their location, as with some available VR headsets. The technology would be built into the headset and the box. So, what's interesting here is I'm thinking this thing kind of seems a little large on the head, And not only that, but I feel like that technology is kind of old at this point. I think pass-through technology and cameras on the headset itself is so good that we don't need the cameras anymore. Would you guys agree? Because I personally think those cameras ruin the experience, because having to set them up every time, I think cameras on the headset work so much better. Tell me what you guys think. Internal disagreements have shaped and changed Apple's goals for its AR headset over time. Apple initially aimed for an ultra-powerful system that came with a hub to house the processor, but Johnny Ive, who has since departed the company, did not want to sell a device that would require a separate stationary device for full functionality. I agree with him here. I think that's un-Apple-like. I think Apple always aims for compact, really nice looking devices. I feel like a separate chunky tower to power the thing wouldn't be very Apple-like and wouldn't be very minimalistic, so I agree with him here. I've instead wanted a headset with less powerful technology that would be embedded directly into the device, but the leader of the AR and VR team, Mike Rockwell, wanted a more powerful device. It was a standoff that lasted for months, and Tim Cook ultimately sided with Ive. For this reason, the ultra-powerful headset described in some rumors may have been abandoned, and personally I would have liked to see it be a thing, but hey, look, if it means we'd have to have a separate tower to run the thing, I don't like that. I'd prefer an accessory connected to the phone rather than this big chunky thing, especially if it has to have lighthouses of some sort. So yeah, tell me what you guys think down below. Now let's talk about release date, because oh my god, this is a lot closer than any of us would have thought. Now Bloomberg is saying this thing could get released as soon as 2021. DigiTimes suggests Apple's AR glasses will launch in 2021, and Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo, okay, oh my god, I probably messed that up. I'm so sorry. I'm bad with like international names. I am so sorry. He expects a 2022 launch at its earliest. Now, the 2022 launch kind of puts me off. I'm kind of more excited about the earlier launches because, again, leaker John Prosser believes Apple will unveil its AR glasses in March or June of 2021, which could mean the glasses will be shown off in 2021 and then released in 2022. So I mean, I guess if we at least had them shown off in 2021, I guess that would be pretty cool. Again, I would personally prefer them actually getting released in 2021, but hey, look, that might be a bit off. Apple does like to take its time and make things the best they possibly can. So I guess fair play to them. Look, just do what you gotta do, because again, you will be setting the bar for the industry. So yeah, so if they get it right, I guess we have to be ready for some insane things. I wonder how the impact of the Snapdragon released processor and all the companies wanting to release headsets this year, like Huawei, etc. You know, there were leaks about that as well. I wonder how that is going to impact what Apple is doing now, because of course they will have more competition now that other companies, again, like Huawei, like Xiaomi, are getting into this market with the new Qualcomm processor. So I'm super interested to see how that turns out. But this is actually all the leaks we have right now. Super exciting, actually. A lot of things happened in 2020 for VR and AR currently that I am really excited about. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I want to know what you think about all of this. Have I missed anything? Is there anything important that I missed? Please be respectful down in the comment section. If I missed anything, just let me know, because I do sometimes miss things in these videos. I do read the entire articles, but then later on I have a horrible memory. So yeah. So now that we have that out of the way, I need my coffee, because I had no breakfast and I had no coffee. So the gamer mug lives on. Okay, if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a like. If you disliked it, I guess this button works too, but tell me why in the comment section below. If you guys are not yet part of the community, make sure to follow me on my social media here and here. Join us on Discord, where we have a constantly growing community and we chat about literally anything. Join us on Reddit, where I want to see my face getting memed to hell, down in the description below. So yeah, if you guys are not subscribed yet, I post tech videos daily and VR videos on Mondays and Fridays. Sometimes I upload VR videos like this on other days because some really important news come out and I just want to get it out for you guys. So if that floats your boat, make sure to smack that subscribe button with your forehead, ding that bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.